Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Unacademy and welcome to the today's session. In this session about index and types of indexing. This is the continuation of last lecture. Last lecture we discussed up to without indexing. This lecture we will include the time access, the average access time to retrieve the data from disk block with the index. Before going into the details, let us all say our anthem. Crack GATE and ESE with India's largest learning platform, none other than Unacademy. Get Plus subscription and access unlimited live and recorded lectures from India's best educators. About myself, Srinivasrao IS, having more than 15 years of experience in the GATE. I also had industry experience as a system analyst and database admin. Throughout my journey of GATE, I taught in many premium academies with a high success rate in the different subjects of computer science stream. So I also proudly say that many of my students have completed their post graduation in premium institutions like IITs, NITs, IIITs, and central universities. You also can have such kind of a chance to clear the GATE examination and complete your goal. Just all it is possible through a top class training from top class academy, none other than an academy. So just to take the subscription in an academy and you be a part of one GATE and ESE, it is also offering two types of subscriptions. One is a 12 months, the other one is a 24 months. So once you get the subscribe, then you're going to be called as a plus student or iconic student, where you are going to get a dedicated access and dedicated communication and guidance from the corresponding faculty members. So once you become a plus student and a subscribed student, you're going to see that unrestricted access onto an academy portal where you are going to have unlimited live lectures and recorded lectures and live sessions and everything whatnot, everything which is beneficial towards to the success of students. So my dear friends, utilize this opportunity. The one of the greatest online academy platform, that is nothing but an academy, is bringing you all this kind of top quality content which is much more beneficial to you to clear your GATE examination as well as PSU examinations and campus placement interviews. My dear friends, apart from top quality content, an academy is also presenting the maximized discount benefits. If you use my referral code, then you're going to be benefited with a much more discount. So this feature is also you can able to use it. So use my referral code so that you're going to be subscribed with a good amount of discount. Apart from that, as you are using a my, you will be tagged into my batch. So therefore, as when my lectures are started, then you can able to immediately get the notification. And my dear friends, the other kinds of subscription, that is a 24-month subscription where you are going to get up to, so all third year students and second year students and first year students can able to opt for this, where it is eligible up to 2022 GATE. So my dear friends, utilize this opportunity. Here also you are going to get much more maximized discount benefit apart from top quality content. So why do late? Immediately take the admission and subscribe to an academy using a my referral code, because many live sessions are happening daily. So you're going to lose them. So immediately join in an academy. So if you're having any queries, just fill this form at this link, then you are going to be cleared all your doubts by faculty members. And my dear friends, Let's Crack GATE CSC is our YouTube channel. Subscribe our YouTube channel, hit the bell icon for the latest notifications and updates. Use my referral code to get the maximized discount. So my dear friends, utilize this opportunity which is providing by Unacademy, because Unacademy is working towards the progress of students. So my dear students, let us start our today's session, that is nothing but indexing. So what is the index, and what are the advantages if you are using indexed file organization? So my dear friends, observe carefully. Saying that without index, so when you are talking that without index, last session we discussed. So here we are going to use a sequential scan, that is nothing but number of blocks by 2, and we are also using a binary search. So the binary search is nothing but a log base 2 of your B. Here B is nothing but a number of data blocks you are having. So that's meaning of B. It is nothing but a number of data blocks. So what is the problem if you are not using the index? So your access time is gradually increased in proportionately to your number of disk blocks. So I already gave you a relationship. What is that? If number of records are increased, then automatically number of disk blocks are going to be increased, and your access time is also going to be increased. This problem we want to eliminate with the help of index. What the index? Index is a data structure which mainly consists of two important fields. One is a search key, the other one a record or a block pointer. So if you ask me a real-time example, you take your textbook. Your textbook is indexed only. Why? Because the data pages are available after some pages. Initial some pages are called index pages, where you see that easy scanning, easy searching of a particular word or a particular sentence, that is possible with your textbook. If you want to find a keyword, we are not going to search in the data pages. We are going to search only in index pages only. So index page, we are going to see that that particular word or a sentence available or not. If available, it is going to give you a corresponding page number. With the help of a page number, I can directly enter into that particular page. So my dear friends, this is the benefit. Easily you can able to jump to the corresponding page information. That is the possibility with indexing. So index pages are very lesser as comparatively to data pages. If you observe your textbook, the data, that means what, your text elements are going to have 500, 600, but index pages are only 5 and 6 only. Why? Because the important keywords are being planned in that index pages. That's why searching is very easy if you are using the concept of index. But if I am giving a textbook without index, to find an item, it is very difficult. Why it is very difficult? Because I have to scan complete of your textbook to get that part. That's why this problem is avoided just by adding index pages to your textbook. Similar to that, Similar to that, the database indexing is also playing same role. What is that? So instead of data pages, as data pages are going to be very huge, we are not going to spend our time to search your record in the data blocks or data pages. We are going to search in the limited pages known as index pages only. Here also, index page is nothing but index block. Data page is nothing but data block. We are going to search only in indexed blocks only and not in the data blocks. And one more thing, your indexed blocks are available in your main memory. So directly I can able to access from there. If your record is found, you go and jump your particular data blocks to get your record. And what is the another analogy? So if you are opening one MS Word document, which consists of 100 pages in that MS Word document, you want to search for one word. If you are doing a line by line searching, it is called as a linear search. When you are doing a linear search, if my required word or a sentence is available in the last page, to look at scan by one by one, one by one, one by one, using a linear scan. So you have to search till the 1000 page. But this problem is eliminated in easier searching. Just type Control F, otherwise go to search. It will ask you which keyword you want to find in MS Word document. So I will type that keyword, immediately it goes to you. That means it has got the link to that particular word. So how simple the searching is being made with the help of index. So my dear friends, the best advantage, only one with the index is nothing but tracking. Tracking is one of the important one. So that tracking you want, you need to use the concept of index. You may ask why index is taking a lesser time than the data file searching. Why not? Simple. What is that? Index pages are very lesser. That's what. Index pages are very lesser. Indexed blocks are very lesser as comparatively to your data blocks and data pages. That's why with index is going to give you tracking of record. So tracking of record easily because index blocks are very lesser. Indexed blocks are lesser than your data blocks. So my dear friends, to achieve this kind of advantage is that index we want to use. So before entering into the benefit, how index is providing a faster access than your data file, we need to see that few important things. What are the important things? That index pages are entries in order only. Please observe carefully. Index entries are available in order, ascending order. Data file I don't mind, but index file is a proper order. Entries are loaded into indexed blocks only. Therefore, your disk block, that means, are separated into two varieties. So your storage blocks are two different purposes. One we want to store data and the other one we want to store. Now they are being separated. One is for indexed block and the other one is for a data block. So indexed block consists only index entries and data blocks consist of data entries. Please understand my friends. So now we would like to see about what is an index and how it is going to execute. If you index is a data structure consists of search key, block or record pointers, and index entries are stored separately and known as indexed table. Index record size is lesser than your data record size. Entry size of index is lesser than entry size of your data record. So index may be created for every record and index may be created for some of the records. If every record if you create the index, it is called as dense. Some of the records only you are creating the index, it is called as a sparse. So two varieties of indexes we have, dense and sparse. What are its benefits? We will see in the next upcoming slides. And one important thing is that index records are already in every time proper sorting order. Index uses binary search. As index entry size is lesser, indexed blocks are also going to be lesser. So when indexed blocks are going to be lesser, the scanning is very easy. Like your Aadhaar database or IRCT database or a bank's indexed only. Indexed sequential access methods. Please observe, my dear friends, there are two types of file organization. One is sequential file organization without index, that is in real time I am talking. The other one is indexed sequential access methods or in file organization. What is that? Your sequential file organization which is available in a proper sequence, just it is attached with the help of index. So when you attached with the help of index, it is a concept called as indexed sequential access methods. So my dear friends, so let's crack GATE CSE is our YouTube channel. There in playlist, if you go to playlist, just you say that let's crack GATE CSE is our YouTube channel. You just go to YouTube and ask let's crack GATE CSE. Then in playlist you're going to find me. So in playlist I kept almost all complete course of DBMS, very important topics, around 30 lectures are there, 30 sessions, and other few sessions operating system I care, around 27, and computer networks also I care. So please go through them, and they are going to give you a lot of confidence. But you want still more, you want to have a good rank in especially GATE examination, please join into Unacademy. Use my referral code. You are going to get a good amount of discount. Use my referral code. Utilize my referral code to get the admission into Unacademy. You will get a good amount of discount. So my dear friends, let us talk. There are two kinds of file organization we have learned. That is called sequential file organization. The other one, indexed sequential access methods, ISAM. We are learning today about that is called as indexing only. I said few important points. Index is nothing but a data structure which mainly focusing on to very limited entries, and it is mainly focusing on to binary search. So index uses a binary search, and the next column, any column can be used for index, and multiple indexes also can present in your file, no doubt, and number of index blocks are lesser than your number of database blocks, and index provides a secondary access path. Now let me explain what is the main concept of index. My dear friends, this is your data file. I'm talking about employee information. So employee information is stored of our company. Employee information is stored here. Employee 1 to employee 5, that information is in block 1. And employee 6 to employee 10, that information is available in block 2. And employee 11 to employee 15, that information is available in a block 3. So my dear friends, if I ask you to search a record number 15, that means employee number 15, you have to look in a block 1, and you have to also look in a block 2, and you also look into block 3. So therefore, my dear friends, instead of doing that, what I am going to do, just simply I will do index file. I said that Index records are also going to be stored in data block only. There are two varieties of data blocks. Your storage blocks being divided for index, pure for data. And left side one, all are data only. Right hand side, I'm going to give you indexed blocks. You see that the first column is your employee number, and the second column is the pointer. It is a point to a data record. Now you see employee 1 is pointing to this, and employee 2 is also pointing to the same, and dot dot you see. And next, when I'm talking employee number 6 and employee number 5, that is pointing to same block 1 only. And when I say employee number 6, that is pointing to block number 2, and dot dot come down. When I am saying that employee number 15, then it is going to point to block number 3. Employee table. Then you have to search in block 1 as well as a block 2. Worst case, you need to also search in block 3. So for example, I want to search record number 15. Then you are going to see that record number 15 is available in block 3 only. So the simply I can able to search. That means I have performed a search on your data file only. Please observe. Now I am searching here. I say that select a asterisk from employee table. Now I am giving an index here where employee number is equal to 15. Then whenever you say that some keyword, like come to your MS Word also you ask for Control F to search. You need to say that which record you want to check. 15 I want to check. Like your textbook index also, you need to check that what do you want to find. Record number 15 I want to find. Then immediately whenever you give a query like this, it is going to search in index only. Exactly, you are going to see that the record is being found from the index. Whenever it identifies that 15 is available in index file, it uses the pointer to look at the particular block to get the particular record. Therefore, my dear friends, so index file altogether only one block I am using to store 15 entries. So that's enough. Without index, you need to scan 3 disk blocks. With index, you need to scan only 1 disk block. Why this much different came? Because index size is lesser than your data record size. So whenever you say that index record is lesser than your data record size, then in a particular block I can able to store multiple number of records. So searching takes a very lesser time because in a single block I can able to accommodate more number of records. Why? Because index entry size is lesser than your data entry size. So my dear friend, this is what is the advantage of your index. Before entering into the further details, first observe up to here. Any doubts you can post in the chat box so I can able to repeat one more time. So my dear friends, index entries are always in a proper order. Index has mainly 2 columns. One is your key, the other one your record pointer or block pointer. If key is available, using the pointer, we are going to get back the record. If key is not available, then it says that the record is not found as usually. So you need to present a value. First one, please understand the difference between first query and second query. First one is a without index, and the second one which I am presenting in this with a where clause. This is a concept of with index. With index and without index is a lot of difference. With index only one index blocks. Without index you need to search three data blocks. Now my dear friends, come to next point. Index entries are stored in index file. We are not going to merge them with the data blocks. Index record size is lesser than data record size. And next one, what are the advantages? Tracking of your record is very faster. Why? indexed blocks are very lesser. Why? Index entry size is a lesser. So the index file occupies only less number of, that means storage blocks, as the record size is very much smaller. Index reduces time complexity to search your record. So indexes are used for fast retrieval of data. So my dear friends, before entering into next part, so sequential file organization, if you are using the concept of index, then you are going to see a concept of a new file organization, that is nothing but indexed sequential access methods, otherwise indexed file organization. Oh, what are the disadvantages? Only one disadvantage. What is that? Your some of the storage blocks you need to allocate to store indexes. Like your textbook, if you see that all your pages are not for your data only. Some pages we left for indexes. Therefore, we are spending some of the pages towards to store your index records. That's why there is some wastage of disk blocks, because we are not dedicating for them to store the data. We are dedicating for them to store indexes only. That's why your storage blocks are being divided. One few exclusively for what? Indexes. The other one exclusively for what? Data. So what is the IO cost? This is important point. So IO cost is like this. There is an index block. Please observe. Index blocks are almost all available on your main memory only. This is your index block which is available on main memory. There are some records like our previous example 115, and I am searching for record number 15. Record number 15 I am searching. So when you are searching for record number 15, we got that record on your index file. This is your index file. Please observe carefully. So I have accessed index file. It is going to give you a pointer. With the help of pointer only, you are able to access your data block. Please understand. The corresponding data pages, it is going to access with the help of this. Therefore, some of the disk blocks we are using towards to access your record from index, and one disk block we are using for what? Data blocks. So therefore, your IO cost, if you are using ISAM, the number of indexed block access to search record plus one block extra. Why one block extra? To access the data from your data blocks, because original data is available in data blocks only. Please recollect your textbook. So I have got verified. That means what? Index pages record is available or not. So one search access in the index block. If you got it, immediately we open the particular data pages and see that the record is available. That means you're accessing double here. One is index blocks, the other one data blocks also. So one block is going to be spent in order to retrieve your data from data file. So how are you going to search the record? I already shown you. You need to write a query in a different way. If I am using simply select asterisk from EMP, this is not the index search. Again, I am telling you, my friends, it is a sequential search only. Without index you are using, it is a sequential search. Without index, it's nothing but. So you need to rechange the query, represent the query in such a way that use the where clause. So I'm saying here, when I'm saying select asterisk from employee table, I need to write that I want to search this. So where employee number is equal to 15, or where salary greater than this much, or where date of birth is equal to this much. That kind of criteria you need to send. Whenever you send a criteria, this is a concept of index search. So index always uses the concept of a binary search. Now let us see that a binary search is used on your that. So to search a record, what you need to do? A given element. We search in index table. Instead of searching in all the data pages, if the record is found in index page, then immediately it is retrieved using the block or record pointer, which is pointing to your original data file. My dear friends, observe carefully. Data is available in data file only. Just we are tracking your information with the help of index. That's why with the help of index, you just jump to your data records and get back your original information. So this is the concept. What is that? There is an employee base table. I have created an index onto your employee table. So index is going to provide a faster access. Your index records are always in a order, ascending order. Whenever you go for index search, it's search in index block only. Use the pointer, it goes to the base table or a data block and get back the record. So one block access we are doing here and one block access we are doing here. Therefore, according to this example, one extra block we are consuming because I need to go to the data file and retrieve your records. Now we will see that what kind of indexes are available, especially in a database management system. After the latest last line only, you cannot merge in middle or you cannot merge at the top. That is the behavior of your insertion. So insertion, for example, if I want to insert record number 12, then the record number will 12 is going to be inserted exactly the last position. So please follow the insertion order. And I am creating index on this particular file. There is association between them. Then how your index records are being presented? Your index records are always presented in ascending order. Don't forget that. So if I am saying that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 10 and 11 and 12, automatically order is being changed according to ascending. Now, if I leave like this, it is the concept of unordered index. What is the unordered index? The data file is not following the order of your index file. Please observe carefully. The data file is not reshuffled according to the order of your index. Hence, it is called as a what? Unordered index. What is the problem? Yes, there is a big problem. You see that, come to textbook once again. I'm comparing with textbook only. So I want to search record number 10. I will open the index file and see that where the 10 is available. It has given me some 90th page. This particular record is available. Then I need to go to the 90th page. You tell me your page numbers are in a proper order or not. You all say that the page numbers are in a proper order. If proper order is there, immediately I can go to 90th page very easily. If data pages are not in order, if they are in jumble order, how you are going to get the 90th page? It's horrible. Because 700 pages of your textbook, you want to search the record number, page number 90, because the index has given 90th page to me to search the record, and data pages are not in a proper order, you cannot able to search them. Therefore, my dear friends, unordered is going to increase the time complexity. Again, I am repeating. So, if you are maintaining index, it will give you the corresponding page number. You are going to get the information. We are going to write the page numbers in a proper order only. If you are writing in a proper order, it is ordered index. Otherwise, it is unordered index only. What's the difference? Ordered index will give you faster access. Unordered index is going to give you slower access because data pages are in a mixed order. You need to search for record number, the page number 90 once again. So that is the difference between unordered index and ordered index. So let me present the ordered index in this page. Please observe carefully. My dear friends, you got 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 10, 11 and 12. So my dear friends, observe carefully. What is that? Your data records are shuffled records. Your data records are shuffled according to your index record. This is called ordered list and this is called unordered list. Well, my dear friends, so what is the difference? We have observed very clearly the difference. In ordered file, your data records are also being ordered, and unordered means what? Data records are not following the order of index, it is unordered. So the advantage we have seen. And the next one is types of indexes we have apart from order and unordered. The one is called dense, the other one is called sparse, the other one is called ordered, and the other one is called unordered. My dear friends, please follow the series of file structure lectures. So last lecture we are going to discuss about B trees and B plus trees. That's a dynamic multi-level indexing. So slowly I will take you normal level indexing to higher level indexing. Right now your RDBMS is using B plus tree, your Aadhaar database and bank database, IRCTC database, whatnot. All are following B plus trees only. What are that? We will see in continuous series of lectures of your file structures. Please subscribe our channel. Utilize my referral code to get the maximum discount in Unacademy. And come here. There are few varieties of indexes: sparse, dense, ordered and unordered. We already discussed about ordered and unordered. What is that? Ordered means what? Data file follows the order of index file. So searching is easier. Unordered means what? Data file is in a jumbled order, but the index file is ordered. So data file is not following the order of index file, hence it is unordered. Searching takes more time. I need to rearrange your data pages too. What is a dense index? Let us learn about dense index. It is a row level index. So point number one. It is a row level index. Also called as a record level index. What is the meaning of this? For every data record, it is going to create index bus. Every data record you insert, automatically index record is going to be created. Therefore, number of dense index entries is equal of your data records. Both are balanced. As many data records you are having, those many, what I mean to say, index records you need to mine. So if you look at your Aadhaar database, we are having 100 crores records of Aadhaar database in India. So that is your 100 crores of your data records. And if you are using a dense 100 crores of index records you need to maintain. So I need to allocate a much space to store your index records as well as data records. This is one of the drawback of your dense index, because when you submit a data record, automatically an index record is associated to that. So that's the point. Number of index entries, dense index entries is nothing but number of index of your data file. What are the disadvantages, my dear friends? As you are saying that I am going to store a record for every data record, then you need many more disk blocks to store your index entries. That's why wastage of space, as every data record has got a index entry. So searching is also very slow. Your textbook index is not a data dense index, my dear friends. Again, I am repeating, your textbook search is not a dense, it is a sparse. So let me present the example of your dense index. In your employee table, there are 5 data records are there. As you are having a 5 data records, I need to create a 5 index records. Therefore, what will happen? Every data record is associated with one index pointer as like this. And what is the advantage of this? The advantage is nothing but the pointers are available to each and every data record, my dear friends. Please see. So whenever I want to search record number 5, so it goes to index file and the 5 and use the pointer. This is going to point to this record number 5. So pointers are also available to each and every data record. So we are consuming much more space whenever you are trying to maintain dense index. If you are talking about the sparse, so let me present first of all the difference between dense and sparse. Observe carefully. There is an employee table which is stored in the form of blocks as we know. Block 1, please recollect yesterday's session. Otherwise it is available in your YouTube. You can download it and watch once again so that you will understand this lecture very easily. 5 records are kept in block 1 as my block is capable of only to store 5 records only. Why? You know the reason. Yesterday's session I discussed. And block 2 is stored as 6 to 10. And block 3 is also stored 11 to 15. Now you observe, I am maintaining a dense. When you maintain a dense index, every data record you need to create a index entry. So if I am taking a big one, that depends upon your block factor. Here your block factor according to your data file, block factor is 5. That means I can store only 5 records only. Here I am taking that let block factor is equal to 15. Therefore, my dear friends, you can store 15 records. So every record is associated with a pointer. We already know the dense part. So 1 is pointing to here and 5 is pointing to there, dot dot. 6 is pointing to here and 10 is pointing to here, dot dot. And 11 is pointing to here and 15 is pointing to here, dot dot. If I am using a sparse index, observe carefully my dear friends. If I am using a sparse index, I will not maintain index entries for every data record. This is very, very important. I am going to maintain only first record of every block. Therefore, automatically what will happen? I will maintain only to the first record, record number 1, and only to the record number 6, and only to the first record of this record number 11. See that how fast you can able to. So dense index is somewhat very far better than without index, but sparse index is somewhat better than your dense index because your dense index is having a 15 records because every data entry there is index entry, but sparse index has got what? Only very, very limited entries. It is going to create only for what? Head of your block only. This is your head of your block. So whenever you create onto head of your block, this record is called as a block anchoring. So block anchoring is in that particular block 1 is number 1 and the remaining records are being to that block anchor. If I know the record number 1, I can able to get back the remaining records, internal search. So here, according to the block 2, this is being called as a block anchor. According to the block 3 on which the index is being built, it is also called as a what? Block anchor. If I search record number 12, I don't search in block 1 and block 2. Directly I will search in block 3 because 12 is greater than 1, greater than 6 and greater than 11. So immediately this is going to link to the next block. That means the remaining entries are being interlinked with your block anchor only. As the sparse is maintaining only to the top of the record only, my dear friends. So number of index entries in sparse is nothing but number of data blocks. But number of index entries in a dense, number of data records, please observe carefully. Number of data blocks in sparse, number of data entries in dense. So we need to accommodate many more dense blocks, but I need to accommodate only very few sparse blocks because I am representing only to top of the block only. Let me give you another example. You see, I'm talking about now sparse because already dense we experienced. What the sparse is saying, you assume there are 100 blocks are there. Block 1, block 2, block 3, dot dot dot, block 100. If I ask you how many sparse records, how many sparse records, sparse index entries you need? So I can simply say that's nothing but what? 100. Because number of sparse entries are nothing but a number of data blocks only. These are your data blocks. But if I am talking about the dense, a number of index entries in dense is nothing but number of data records which are inside your block. If you see that every block is 100 records, let us confirm that also. Every block has 100 records. So if I ask you how many dense records, so now you can answer, my dear friends. How many dense records are nothing but there are 100 blocks and each block is storing 100 records. So how many you got? Almost all 10,000. 10,000 dense index. Imagine 100 sparse index, 10,000 dense index. Imagine this is the difference between your dense and the sparse, my dear friends. Now you see what is a sparse. As we have seen, sparse is a block level index, very important. At every start of the record of every block, the index is being built. So index is being built only for some of the search values only, not for all records. All records means dense. Only some records means it is a what? A non-dense called a sparse. An index entry appeared for each data block, not for every record like your dense. So index entry appears only for what? Data blocks only. So number of index entries lesser than number of index entries of your data file as well as your dense. Please understand. Number of index entries lesser than number of entries of your data file as well as the dense records. Because the dense is a data record level and a row level. What the advantage? Less, no wastage of space. So searching of record is very faster than as comparatively to dense. So this is the diagrammatic approach. What is that? Two data blocks are there. If I am taking a sparse index, please observe. So I will maintain for record number 1 and record number 6 bus. Reminding we are not interested as like your dense. And I already discussed ordered index is nothing but what? If data file follows the order of index file, it is ordered. If data file is not following the order of index file, it is following arbitrary order. It is called as unordered. What is the problem here? Search takes much time. Here searching is easier. Search is easier. Here search is difficult. Because your data pages are not in order. So there are few classifications of indexes. One is called primary, the other one is called cluster, the other one is called secondary. These classifications have come based on Either they belongs to dense or they may belongs to sparse. Either category. If you talk about the other side, some are unordered and some are unordered. So my dear friends, the classification of index is depends upon either all the three, that means a primary or a cluster or a secondary. It may be a dense or it may be a sparse, and it is either ordered or unordered. Now let us learn about primary index initially. Whenever about employee table or a student table, whatever it may be, I am saying that employee number must not have duplicates. So immediately I say that primary key. Whenever you say that this is the primary key, then it is called as what? Automatically index is being created. That index is called primary index. It is called as a what? Primary index. The primary index is created on what? Primary key. Whenever you create a primary key, automatically an index will come. That index is known as a primary index. Advantage is what? It is a sparse index. That means it is created only for the start of the record of a block, not to every record. There are some blocks are here, and the number of your primary index entries are nothing but, as it is belongs to sparse, the number of entries here I am going to maintain only three only. One is for first block, one is for second block, and the other one is for what? Block 3. But please mind, my dear friends, the first record, whenever you create a sparse, the first record is called as a what? Block anchoring. If there is no block anchor, then you cannot able to get back the remaining records which are available in your block, because the rest of the records are being integrated with this block anchor only. So every primary key is nothing but primary index. What is a primary index? So a primary index is a sparse. Please remember, it is a sparse index. The index entries are available only for few records only, and it is an ordered index. That's why, my dear friends, the classification I have given, either they belongs to dense and sparse, or other one, ordered and unordered. Both the things are being integrated here. So it is a sparse as well as it is ordered only. It is maintaining a two fields. The index is going to maintain a two fields. One is the search key, the other one a record pointer. With the pointer you can able to point to the data block how you are going to get back your record. And it is going to see that physically ordered. Please observe, what is the physically ordered? Your data records are reshuffled according to the order of your index only. If I am following, my index is following a 109,876, then your data file also supposed to follow 109,876. If I am saying 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, your data file also is physically ordered. That means there is an influence on your data file. You need to follow according to index file only. And see, it is a sparse index. Total number of index entries are nothing but total number of blocks, because at the every top of the record we are going to create a what? An entry. So the first record is called as a what? Anchor. Block anchor. It is called as a block anchor. It is an ordered index. Your data file follows the order of your index file. So every index is going to follow binary search, no doubt, my dear friends. Index means it's following binary search only. The limitation is there. How many primary keys are available? This is my question to all of you. You can chat with me. How many primary keys are allowed per table? How many primary keys are allowed per table or per file? The answer is 1. You cannot maintain more than one primary key. Please observe. That's why only one primary index is allowed because a primary index is constructed on primary key. Only one primary index is allowed per table. And every primary key is by default what? Primary index. So what is a cluster index? You want me to show to the primary index? I will show you. Observe carefully. This time I am changing the database. Student database is there. Student number 1. So we will discuss the problems on dense and sparse in the tomorrow's session. Very important problems they are. But please see that theory is supposed to know very well. Application is supposed to know very well. There are 3 blocks are there for your student, which consist 1 to 100 records here, and this is 101 records to 200 records, and this is 201th record to 300 records. Now, as student number, this is primary key. Whenever I say primary key, automatically there is index associated to that. That index is a primary index which is constructed on student number. So you take indexed block here. How many index entries I can maintain? Simple. Your number of primary index entries are nothing but number of your data blocks. As there are 2 data blocks are there. First entry, then second entry, then third entry, bus. So this is a pointing to this, and this is a pointing to this, and this is a pointing to this. As I said, the first record is called as a block anchor, and the rest of the records are interlinked with your block anchor only. It's nothing but a team leader where you see that the rest of the records are integrated with that block anchor. This is what is the figure or a block diagram of your primary index, which is very similar to sparse, because your primary index is nothing but what? Sparse index only. Observe carefully. And the second variety of index is called cluster index. It is created on non-key. Please observe. Whenever primary key is absent, please observe. Whenever primary key is absent, but I want to go for searching, then you have to go for what? Cluster index. So cluster index is created on non-key. Please observe carefully. So what it is going to do? That is consist of duplicates, as it is not a primary key. Therefore, you see that it is a clustered field. All the duplicates are being segregated at one particular place, and they are in order. Please observe, primary index is also ordered, and this is also ordered only. But primary key is created on primary index is created on primary key, and this is created on non-key. And index entries are created for every clustered record or unique record, because it can allow duplicates, no doubt. So that I want to write. It is going to allow what? Duplicates. Duplicates are allowed. So number of index entries are nothing but number of unique records only. So I will show you how the cluster is being represented. You see, this is your data file. I am maintaining student only, student data file. I am not having any primary key. I am taking a branch. Branch is my column. You say that student number X, he belongs to CSE. Student number Y, he belongs to civil. And student number Z, CSE, and so on. Some are civil, some are CSE, some are triple E, and some are ECE. Please see that duplicates are allowed, as the branch is a non-key here. Observe carefully. It is not the primary key. If it is a primary key, then duplicates are not allowed. Then some are triple E and some are ECE, and still we have got some are mechanical and some are CSC and some are civil, some are triple E, some are ECE. See that these are all your records of your employee data file. I want to go for binary search using the index. I cannot create here primary index. Why? Because primary index is not possible in this case, because primary index require a primary key. As there is no primary key, then I cannot able to maintain primary index, but I will success with the help of cluster index. What the cluster index is saying you, it is going to create for limited entries, not to the all the entries, because the number of cluster index entries are nothing but number of unique records. So my dear friends, it creates first of all for civil engineering, then after that computer science engineering, after that ECE engineering, after that triple E, see that they are in order, after that mechanical. So your search keys, your cluster index entries are only 5. Please observe. Number of entries are only 5, as there are only 5 unique records. Even though there are many records are there, I am not going to create index on them. I am going to create only index on unique entries only. So number of entries are here 5. How the searching is going to happen? Google is following this kind of search cluster index only. How the searching is going to be taken? Now, as I told you, cluster index is created on non-key. Apart from that non-key, it is the ordered index. What is the ordered index? According to your index record, the data records are being shuffled, which means all civil engineering will be kept at top, then CS, then ECE, then triple E, then mechanical. They are jumbled now according to the order of your index. Therefore, my dear friends, however you insert, this is how you have inserted. However you insert, I don't mind, because I am trying to make you to order according to the index order. Therefore, you observe carefully that your data file is also shuffled according to your index file. First, all civil engineerings will be grouped. Then after that, all computer science engineerings are being grouped. After that, all mechanical and triple E will be grouped. So ECE first, all ECEs will come. Then after that, all triple E's will come according to the order of index only. Then after that, all mechanicals will come. Now see here, your cluster index is also maintaining in the same order. First civil, then CS, then ECE, then triple E, then mechanical. You want to search where branch is equal to, I am giving a query now. How I am giving a query? Select asterisk from student, and I say that where branch is equal to, you need to give where branch is equal to CSE. My dear friends, it is check here CSE is available. Immediately this is pointing to CSE group only. So this is pointing to civil group, and they make them to cluster, and it is pointing to CSE, make them to cluster, and ECE is a one cluster, triple E is a one cluster, mechanical is a one cluster. So we are not going to search in every other, we are going to search only in our clusters only. That's why it is pointing to top of your record. That's the concept of sparse. That's why cluster index is also sparse, my dear friends. So it is created on a clustered file. Number of index entries are nothing but number of unique records. So it is going to point to top of your record. So a cluster index is an ordered index. That's why I have make them in a proper order. And the first field is a clustered field. It has got two fields. One is your search key and the other one is a pointer. Your search key is nothing but cluster field only. So all data records are being rearranged according to your cluster field. And it is also doing a physical ordering. What is the physical ordering? Your data files, data records are reshuffled according to your index order. Hence why it is called as what? Physical ordering. There is a limitation. What is the limitation? As I said, only one primary index is allowed. per file. In the same way, excuse me. In the same way, only one cluster index is allowed. Is a very important statement they are, my dear friends. Per file, only one primary index. Per file, only one cluster index. Both are not possible. You cannot keep primary index and cluster index together. This is invalid. You cannot keep two primary indexes or more than two primary indexes. This is not possible. And you cannot keep more than one cluster index. It is also not possible. You want to have multiples. You want to have multiples of indexes. You need to use the concept of third variety secondary index. What the secondary index is saying, my dear friends, it's provides secondary access path. It is providing secondary access path even though primary key is available or clustered key is available. It is a dense index. For every row I am going to create index. The data files are ordered, can be. It can also be what? Unordered. Both it is going to offer. So a file can have more than one secondary index. Let me present its representation. There is a bank database. In bank we have account number. Account number is your primary key, no doubt. And your PAN number and your Aadhaar number, they will ask all these things. And ATM card number. They are not going to allow any kind of duplicates. Observe, my dear friends. Hence, they are also used for searching. If I give my PAN number, they are able to track your record. Hence, they are called as secondary indexes. A file can have any number of secondary indexes, but a file can have only one, either primary key, that means a primary index, or a cluster index. But you can have any number of secondary indexes. Secondary indexes can be ordered and can also be unordered. So that's the point, my dear friends. A file can have any number of secondary indexes. I can maintain your secondary indexes along with the primary indexes, no problem. It is allowed. I can maintain secondary access path even though you are having a secondary cluster index, I don't mind. And any number of secondary indexes are also possible, no doubt. Please remember these important points. So a file can have secondary index along with the primary or cluster index. This is very important point. It is going to provide a logical ordering, not the physical ordering. Secondary index provides a logical ordering only. And the secondary index is created on key, also can be created on non-key. Both facilities are there. It can be created on a key, can also be created on a non-key. What are the drawbacks? Secondary index is a dense index. Don't forget, my dear friends. Secondary index is a dense index. Whenever you see the dense index, number of index records are nothing but number of data records only. As number of data records are more, then you need to go for what? Much more data blocks. That means indexed blocks. And it takes a longer search time than your primary index because you need to search in many number of secondary indexed blocks. And binary search is a complicated. Whenever you create index on non-key means what? Duplicates are allowed. Secondary index is allowed to create on non-keys also. Duplicates are allowed. So binary index takes much more because every record you need to create a what? Index entries. Now observe, my dear friends. I will show you the difference between all three varieties of index before closing the lesson. Primary index and cluster index and secondary index all are having a two fields only. One is a key, the other one pointer. Here also we have a key, the other one pointer. Here also we have a key, and the other one pointer. Observe carefully. Now I am presenting a data file here. This is your student. I am creating a student number and I said that this is a primary key. Whenever you say that it is a primary key, it is only eligible for primary index. So if I am saying 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, two blocks are there. And your index entries, how they are going to fill? Now you need to fill. It is created on student number. You are going to have first record and another block is a fourth records. That means this is going to be the block anchor and this is going to be the block anchor. So you need to maintain only what? 1 and 4 only. So 1 and 4. So number of index entries here 2 only. Number of index records is equal to only 2. Now let me talk about the cluster index. So I am saying a student. I am not having a student number as a primary key. I am taking a branch. Please recollect the last one. So civil, CS and CS, so many students are there like this in different order. And so I am going to create only what? Few entries only. Civil engineering, CS, then ECE, then EEE, then mechanical. Even though you are having, please understand, even though you are having many number of records, for example, you say 100 records are there. 100 records are there. I am not going to maintain for 100 records. I am going to maintain only for what? Unique records only. So your number of index records in this is nothing but a number of, what I mean to say, unique records. As there are only 5 branches are there, I am going to maintain only for what? 5 entries. But if you talk secondary index, according to the previous example, you need to maintain how many? 100 records. Because for every data record, you need to maintain what? One index record. My dear friends, observe carefully. Here, as there are 100 data records are there, if you are using secondary index, you need to maintain what? 100 records without any doubt. So this is the what is the problem here. I maintain 2 entries according to that example, and here I am maintaining only 5 entries. If that example you take, this is as per as a branch concern I am talking. If a branch become a secondary index, then you need to maintain 100 records. Why? Because the secondary index can built on non-key. Please understand, cluster index can be built on non-key and primary index is built on only key. Cluster index can be built on non-key, secondary index can be built on non-key. Here see the difference between cluster index and secondary index. I am maintaining only 5 entries, but here I am maintaining how many? 100 entries. Please understand carefully, my dear friends. If you are taking secondary index is created on key element, according to that, if SNO I have created a secondary index, then you are going to see that as there are 6 data records are there, then you need to maintain in your secondary index according to that 6 secondary index records, because every data record you need to create a what? Secondary index. But primary index only blocks, cluster index only for unique entry, but second index for every data record you need to create. This is the difference between, my dear friends, sparse and dense, and what I mean to say, primary index and cluster index and secondary index. My dear friends, observe carefully. I am giving you the last important points. Primary index is a what? Created on a key column and it is ordered. Please understand. It is created on a key column and it is ordered. And when you are talking about the cluster index, it is created on non-key. Many times given in GATE examination this bit. It is created on a non-key, and but it is a what? Ordered only, physical order. When you are asking about secondary index, I can create on key and I can also create it on a non-key. Both facilities are there. So key place ordered and non-key place, either you follow order or you follow unordered. And I also told you the another very important points. Two or more primary indexes are not possible. Only one primary index is possible. And only one cluster index is possible. Multiple cluster indexes are not possible. And multiple secondary indexes are possible. It's a quite opposite. And one more important point I said, this is under section 1. This is under section 2. And one more important point I said, what is that? Please see, primary index and cluster index together is not possible. But primary index with a secondary index is possible. And cluster index with secondary index is possible. That's it, my dear friends, today's session. In tomorrow's session, we are focusing on to problematic on dense and sparse, primary, cluster and secondary index, and with index and without index. Tomorrow our session is a purely problematic session on with index and without index with all these kinds of equations. So my dear friends, tomorrow our schedule in file structure continuation. This is for tomorrow's schedule. We are 5 p.m. to starting it is. Our schedule is problems, numericals, problems on with index and without index. How you can able to track your record, that is our issue. How you can able to track your record without index and with index. And one more thing, my dear friends, you want to learn in a continuous manner all the subjects, because I'm going to deal many subjects in Unacademy. So you want to have continuous series of lectures, live lectures and recorded lectures. Immediately please join in Unacademy. Very minimal fees it is charging from the students, very minimal fees for the subscription. So join in Unacademy, then you're going to get a good discount by using my referral code. So take my referral code and get the maximized discount and see that you are going to be, what I mean to say, unrestricted student and premium student called as a plus student. You are eligible to watch all kinds of lectures. Topmost educators are there in Unacademy. So use my referral code. I also will be taking many subjects in Unacademy, so that you will see that all kinds of shortcuts. Here I am presenting you theoretical sessions. In real time, when you come to the place, I'm going to give you many more shortcut tricks there. So my dear friends, utilize this opportunity. Be a part of Unacademy. We are here to see your success by clearing GATE examination. We assure you on behalf of Unacademy that you are going to be 100% qualified and getting a good rank if you take the admission in Unacademy. Please be serious towards the competitive examination and please be serious towards Unacademy subscription. If you subscribe, you are going to see that all kinds of privileges. Otherwise, you are going to access only free content. So, download Unacademy app. So there are many more lectures. My lectures are there. Download Unacademy Student Learning app. Once you download Unacademy Student Learning app, just you register with your mobile number. Once you registered with your mobile number, you will find me there. I kept many free courses, including YouTube, as well as I kept many free courses in Unacademy portal also. So you will find my name. You will find my name, Illapu. Just search my name, Illapu S. Srinivasrao. Then you will find almost all 100 lectures are there, my dear friends. You also can able to access them. They're all freely available, but limited content only. Please understand. YouTube also limited content, and this is also what I mean to say, limited content you are going to have. If you become a plus subscriber, then you're going to see that full-fledged content. You're going to see that unrestricted access, all lectures you can able to watch. We will meet in a tomorrow's session. That is a sharp 5 p.m. discussion. So don't miss this numerical discussion. This is what is very much important. So today we learned the application. Tomorrow we are going to simulate into the problems. Okay, friends. Thank you very much. Please share this information to all your students. You can download these lectures. You want to become a part of Unacademy, you should. So use my referral code so that you will be tagged on to me. You will be pinned to my batch. Thank you very much.